Hello and welcome to ISTV English News. First, the top stories. Manipur State Power Transmission Company Limited (MSPCL) planning to improve power transmission system with the help of Centre and World Bank. Now the news in detail. With the help of the Centre and the World Bank, the Manipur State Power Transmission Company Limited (MSPCL) is planning to improve the power transmission system in the state. According to senior officials of the company, as the transmission system in the state is not up to the mark, difficulties are being faced from time to time in supplying power to the people. In order to deal with this difficulty, the MSPCL is taking up this step. The project is going to be taken up under the Northeastern Region Power System Improvement Project. Steps will be taken to ensure that the project does not affect the environment and social life. In this regard, a document called Environment and Social Policy and Procedure has already been formulated. The main idea behind the policy is not to do anything that the people cannot agree with. The MSPCL will welcome any constructive idea and suggestions from any expert and intellectual with regard to the project, the official sources said. President of MUSU, Sarangthem David, alleged that there is an issue associated with the selection of pre-PhD program of the university. This was stated in a press release issued by the president of MUSU. The MUSU further stated that the union had requested the authority of the university to look into the matter and bring a solution, but till that, the authority is doing nothing. They appeal to the authority concerned to follow the norms set up by the UGC in selecting new assistant professors of various departments. One mistake of a doctor can take the life of a person. Just like that, the mistake of a teacher can affect the entire society. Human resource is the only way to make a society developed, and teacher helps in making a person fit for the society. It is suspected that certain irregularities are being committed in the selection procedure of assistant professors of various departments. The authority concerned should look into the matter. If MUSU happens to find anything wrong in the selection procedure, then MUSU will not remain silent. A training program cum workshop on the theme Control of Economically Important Livestock Diseases was held today at Hotel Classic. Principal Secretary, Veterinary and Animal Husbandry, L. Lakir, and Director of the Department, Dr. N. Rajendro, and other officials of the department and delegates attended the program organized by the Department of Veterinary and Animal Husbandry. Speaking on the occasion, Director Rajendro said diseases accompanied with the changing seasons are affecting the livestock. It also affects the honor of the livestock. The workshop cum training program was organized to educate the honor. As part of the continuation of the week-long observance of Manipur People's Party's Youth Day organized by Youth Front, MPP, street corner meetings were held at various places in Imphal West and Thawal district today. According to a press release issued by the party, a street corner meeting was held at Wabgai Lamkai Bazaar. Vice President of the party M. Amutombi, N. Ozit, General Secretary S. Dilip, and many people attended the meeting. N. Ozit spoke about the present law and order situation in Manipur in detail, the press release added. A week-long cleanliness camp organized by the Eastern Educational Club Kurai Ahongai has begun today. The camp was held in collaboration with local MLA Y. Irabot and ex-councillor Memcha. During the cleanliness camp, the drainages at Kurai Ahongai and Thangzam Lekai areas will be cleaned up. Residents of the two lekais have been facing many difficulties like stagnant water and artificial flood in the areas during the rainy season. The area has been facing hardship of artificial flood even when it drizzles since the past many years. Talking to the ISTV News, a volunteer of the club said the main objective of organizing the camp is to clean all the drainages at the two lekais before the rainy season arrives. The Sam Imphal City Unit Council today conducted cleanliness drive at various parts of Khairamban Bazaar. Members of the unit took part in the cleanliness drive. The cleanliness drive was organized to maintain cleanliness in the city. CMO of Imphal East today distributed checks to 23 BPL beneficiaries under the Manipur State Illness Assistance Fund. DC of Imphal East M. Joy, ADM of Imphal K. Lakshmikanta Sharma, District Family Welfare Officer C.H. Aruna and CMO of Imphal East O. Puspa Rai were the main guests at the distribution ceremony held at the office of CMO Porompat. Speakers on the occasion said, under the MSIAF in the first phase, 6 lakh rupees has been sanctioned in the district. The amount given to the beneficiaries is up to 50,000 rupees. In order to avail of the benefits, the applicant should produce all the necessary documents. Around 70 persons were not able to produce the required documents and failed to get the benefits. The applicants should consult the CMO for the benefits provided by the government for the BPL families. Speaking on the occasion, DC of Imphal East M. Joy said, in order to enjoy our rights, we should perform our duties honestly and we should know it thoroughly. To avail of the benefits, we should know the rules and regulations laid down by the government.
District authority might take video and the CMO, district family officer,
checks were distributed to the selected 23 BPL beneficiaries. A team of Imphal West District Commando led by OC Inspector G. Thangaipao conducted a search operation at 2 different places in Imphal today. The first search operation was conducted at Mizorkul. People were lined up and verified one by one. 15 persons without any identification card were picked up for further investigation. The second search operation was conducted at Maharani Bridge near the Blue Moon Hotel. In the search operation, 14 persons were found to be without any identification cards and were picked up for further verification. Apunba Nupimarup Taudaba Bolekai today felicitated the recipient of Padma Shri Award, Dr. Sarungbam Bimala Kumari Devi, who is also the Chief Medical Officer of Imphal West. The felicitation was held at the residence of Dr. Bimala Kumari at the same Lekai. President of India Pranab Mukherjee yesterday presented the prestigious award to her at the glittering function held at Rashtrapati Bhavan, New Delhi. MLA of Kaisamthong Assembly Constituency Laishom Ibomcha, officials of Health Department and many locals attended the felicitation function. Speaking on the occasion, MLA Ibomcha said, Padma Shri Award is one of the prestigious and highly honorable civilian awards in India. The award is conferred on Bimala Kumari in recognition of her contribution in the health sector of Manipur. He drew the attention of the state government to honor her, noting the fact that the government of India has honored her. In her speech, Padma Shri awardee Bimala Kumari, who had already received many awards in the past, said that she could achieve the prestigious award with the help of her staff and people of state.
Dr. Amo Regasum Yamdakana Pashatan Laga, Ayum, and a Tambagamba, Adumba, Kanomia, Tabato, Kadoga, Women, Piva, DT, Hypertire, Amamangan, Tidana, district, Marina, political commitment, Yamdakana background, Dalabi, Yadaba, Bamatan, Hexhol, Havada, Hector from Tupia, Rumba, Mayam, see, supporting see. Phang bada ayat yamna nungaijai underground office kumba na kaimba disturbance ama bhaw ngasi mawanungda aina smaya pangthokjaba sida kaimba disturbance amata piraktaba sisu aina yamna nungaijaba.
Now the national and international news. Ramalinga Raju and 9 others have been convicted in the multi-crore rupees Satyam accounting fraud case by SCBI Special in Hyderabad today. Special Judge Chakravarti pronounced his judgment holding Ramalinga Raju and 9 others guilty of cheating, forgery and criminal breach of trust. The quantum of punishment will be pronounced tomorrow. The court considered over 3,000 documents and examined over 200 witnesses during the trial that went on since 2009. The scam came to light in January 2009 after Ramalinga Raju allegedly confessed to manipulating his company's account books and inflating profits over many years to the tune of over 7,000 crore rupees. He was arrested by Andhra Pradesh Police Crime Investigation Department 2 days later. All the accused, including Raju's brother Rama Raju, are currently out on bail. The President has appointed the senior-most election commissioner, Dr. Nasim Zaidi, as the Chief Election Commissioner. Dr. Zaidi will assume the charge of Office of the Chief Election Commissioner on the 19th of this month. A 1976 batch IAS officer, Dr. Zaidi has worked in the Civil Aviation Ministry for a long time. The incumbent Chief Election Commissioner Harishankar Burma will demit the office on the 18th of this month. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said the Micro Units Development Refinance Agency Mudra Bank will give loans to small business persons across the country at an affordable rate. In an open letter addressed to small business persons released today, Modi said the government is committed to strengthening the small business persons. He said Mudra Bank will give loans with minimal paperwork. Mr. Modi wrote in the letter the bank will run a Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana which will give priority to SC/ST enterprises. The letter also mentioned that all those having bank accounts through the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana will now also be able to get loans up to 5,000 rupees for business needs. The Prime Minister has said the central government is helping state governments separate rural agricultural supply through the Deen Dayal Upadhyaya Gram Jyoti Yojana so that all get 24/7 power. An 8-year-old boy died on Wednesday after he was allegedly beaten by a school principal over a stolen pen in Uttar Pradesh, Barabanki. The family of Shiva, a Class 2 student of Chaudhry Dwarka Prasad Academy, alleges that he started vomiting blood when he returned from school yesterday and died soon after. The principal, Lalit Verma, has been arrested. He had allegedly ordered a search when a student lost his pen and pencil. When the pen was allegedly found in Shiva's bag, the principal allegedly trashed him mercilessly and even flung him to the floor. He kicked my son and punched him. He vomited and later died, the boy's mother, Malti, alleged. The child's body has been sent for post-mortem to determine the exact cause of death. Outside Latbadan Township Court in Myanmar on April 7th, worried parents gathered to follow the proceedings of a trial against their children who had participated in a protest against the national education law. But most of the parents' concerns were not about the legal system in which they have little faith, but about the health of the young activists. Photos of students being beaten by police officers have circulated on social media and on the covers of newspapers for weeks. In the first weeks after the crackdown, when parents were not allowed to visit their children, they were desperately trying to gather information through released students and people who had witnessed the violent crackdown in the small town north of Yangon. Not only injuries sustained during the crackdown are bothering the students. Some of them are developing health complaints from the sleeping on hard beds in prison and the heat, which only get worse in the coming month. And now the top stories once again. Manipur State Power Transmission Company Limited (MSPCL) planning to improve power transmission system with the help of Centre and World Bank. That's all for now and keep watching ISTV News Update.